Shalom, shalom, Israel. First and foremost, I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto YAHAWAH, YAHAWASHI, YAHAWAH, double honor to the elders and apostles of great millstone, shalom to my YAHAWAH who are diligently waiting to be delivered from this foul captivity. This is Brother Kawakab coming at you with another lesson. Actually, today's lesson is inspired by this verse of the day on the thing. Sometimes through the Spirit, if I don't have a lesson, if I don't have something that I feel like, okay, well, I need to talk about this, that, and the third, whatever, I just, go here, and lo and behold, the verse of the day actually gives me a really good verse, and this is something important to talk about, especially with what I just, a lesson I just made, or should have been uploaded prior to this lesson, okay, because I talked on these these demons that are going out and about to destroy people. If you've seen that the video uploaded prior to this one, you'll know what I'm talking about. But basically, yeah, like this is how things are where people are or slightly more specifically us in the face of danger. We need to be able to have faith and to trust that Yahawadah is going to protect us and to deliver us in our time of trouble. Okay, so let's actually read this. Romans chapter 1 verse 17, for therein is the righteousness of Yahweh revealed from faith to faith, as it is written, the just shall live by faith. And we try our best. I'm not saying that we are just, but we try our best to live or to be just, and to also have faith that in following Yahawadah in word, spirit, truth, carnal, spiritual, and in actions, okay, we trust that the Lord is going to take care of us as a result of it. All right, as a matter of fact, let me get that as well. Rev 2:10. Revelation chapter 2 verse 10, fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, and I will give thee a crown of life. All right, so we have to be faithful even if it means we die for it. All right, where that faith is what is going to be translated, okay, into spiritual wealth / actual wealth, which let me actually just show it in both of these. Matthew chapter 6 verse 19, lay not up for yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal, but lay up for yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust doeth corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal. And also, let me get this, 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 16, for which cause we faint not, but though our outward man perish, yet the inward man is renewed day by day. For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding an eternal weight of glory, while we look not at the things which are seen, but the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal. And this is the thing. Oh wow, I just saw another lesson called MLA. Anyway, not regarding to this, by the way, but yeah, this is the thing where so we want the wealth that's never going to go away, that no one can ever take. Because the thing is, even in Babylon, we can have our assets, our stuff that we worked hard to. You worked hard to buy a house, you worked hard to buy a car, or whatever. You can have that stuff taken away. The government can just go and take it. Thieves can come and take your stuff. All right, but with Yahawadah in the kingdom of heaven, the Lord will give you a bigger house. It's like a mansion, okay, as the scriptures say, and whatever else crap that you want. All right, any of the amazing things that you could ever ask for and dream for, and you will never lose, them. It doesn't matter how. It doesn't matter whatever. Okay, you will always have them. All right. Let me get this next. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. And that's the thing where we have to remember and think that, okay, what? Yeah, we are doing our best to the fuck Slacky. Basically, we're doing our best to stay patient. We're doing our best to have faith, because we can't, as in reference back to 2 Corinthians chapter 4 verse 16, we don't see the stuff. We don't see these rewards on the horizon. But we have faith and we trust that it's going to we are going to get it. We're going to be rewarded with all these stuff. And the thing is that we need to have the patience to trust that Yahawadah is going to give it to us very soon. And it's not something that we can see tangibly or we can feel or touch tangibly, but we have faith that yes, that in due time we will be receiving it. We will get it. We will be able to tangibly, indulge and enjoy said enjoy said blessings, said wealth, said rewards. All right. And as a matter of fact, let me actually try to remember that. What is it? It was reward, not reward. I forgot what it was. I forgot the what was it? Let me see if this is it. It's not. Well, I know it's not it, but let me see if I can use it.
This fool literally says, y'all. I heard this. I couldn't believe it. He actually said to the other countries, "Don't y'all do nothing. Y'all bet not say nothing. You bet not. You bet not."
All right, whatever. It's fine. Yeah. Basically, there is a reward, and let me actually get that. In Ecclesiasticus chapter 2 verse 10, look at the generations of old and see, did ever any trust in the Lord and was confounded, or did any abide in his fear and was forsaken, or whom did he ever despise that called upon him? So who did the Lord leave to suffer? Who did the Lord leave to lead to destruction for being faithful and believing in Yahawadah as well as calling on the true names of Yahawah, Ba'ashem Yahawashi, or YAHAWAH Yahawashi. All right, and this is the thing that we need to this is the thing that we need to remember and understand, that it's not just saying, oh, I love Jesus, I love this and the third, whatever. It's also the actions and proving that you love and you actually care. All right. And let's prove that in James chapter 2 verse 17. Even so faith, verse 17, even so faith, if it hath not works, is dead, being alone. Yea, a man may say, thou hast faith, and I have works. Show me thy faith without thy works, and I will show thee my faith by my works. So it's through your works, through your actions, that you show true faith, because it's not, you can't just say, oh, I believe. All right. And why can't we say that? Let's get that in verse 19. Thou believest that there is one power, thou doest well. The devils also believe, and they tremble. So you're basically being compared to a devil. So are you a devil? Because aren't you just being a demon? All right, just for saying that you have faith. Oh yeah, all we need is faith. All we need is faith, and that's the full extent of our belief in Yahawadah. So then you're just like the demons now. You can do whatever you want. You can be evil. You can be wicked. But then at the same time, it's like, okay, well, I believe that there's a power, so I'm good. All right. So like, is that the lesson that is that what you're trying to, push out there, that because you believe that's all you need to do? Oh yeah, I say I love God, or I say I love. Let me not say that. Slocky. Anyway, I say I love the Lord, this, that, and the third, but in actuality, like that's not anything. That's not worth anything. All right. Yeah. Basically, there's that. So it's more than just saying that you love the Lord. All right. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 1, now faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Okay, the faith. All right, faith is. As a matter of fact, let me get that as well. Let me see if I can if I remember it. It's 1 Corinthians. 1:18. Yes, it is 1:18. For the preaching of the cross is to them that perish foolishness, but unto us which are saved, it is the power of Yahweh. So there's a thing about faith where we will look like foolish people, we will look like crazy people, we will look like whatever. All right, where because people are saying, oh, they're doing all this stuff, but they're not gaining anything from it. And that's the thing. That's the foolishness of preaching, where to the carnal person, it looks like we're not gaining anything from it, but we know through our spiritual eyes, through our spiritual patience, through our faith, that the Lord will in fact bless us. All right, and that's the importance of faith, that we need to have faith and understand that this is we're not looking at the things through carnal, tangible perspective. We're looking at actually even then we are still looking at things through carnal lenses and tangible perspectives, because we see all the prophecies. We see all the prophecies that further solidify and further support our faith, that our faith is being placed in the right hands. All right. So yeah, like even then, it's still proven through stuff. But there are so many people that the Lord blinded to want to disregard that. All right, and that's why there's going to be so many people that are going to be caught unaware, or just caught by surprise by that. All right, so let's continue on. Actually, that's another thing where faith, as we read in Hebrews 11 verse 1, faith is a thing that is not easy to come by. It's not something that's just anybody can have faith in, or anybody can just believe. That's something that's hyper specific to the Israelites, more specifically, because it is not a common occurrence, and it's not something that anyone is willing to believe in. Not everyone is just willing to say, okay, well, I'm going to believe in something that I've never seen before. I'm going to believe that if I do have faith, I'm going to get the kingdom of heaven and stuff like that, when nobody has seen the kingdom. All right, so a lot of people, because they haven't seen it, they would rather put all their efforts into stuff that they can see, which is that mansion, that wealth, fame, and all that stuff on this side, rather than waiting for YAHAWAH and MANASHAH. All right, which also Slakia. Let's go. Let's continue on. Luke chapter 17 verse 6. And the Lord said, if ye had faith as a grain of mustard seed, ye might say to the sycamore tree, be thou plucked up by the root, and be thou planted in the sea, and it should obey you. So the faith allows us to be able to do things that are abnormal or out of the ordinary or supernatural, if you will, where it is through the power of YAHAWAH and MANASHAH, where our faith in Him is the source of our power, and our ability and capabilities to do whatever we want. Like, for example, just in general, I can't think of a proper example right now, but in general, like whenever, if you've ever heard of like divine intervention, where something that should not have happened, okay, something that as out of the ordinary happened, and that is in your favor because the Lord YAHAWAH and MANASHAH made it happen, or made it so that it would happen. That's the exact same thing that was basically happening with Yahawashi as he walked the earth. Because what happened was, there were so many different instances in the story where, okay, so he was on a boat, and there was a terrible storm, all right, and when he got out, and when he woke up while he was on the ship, he just rebuked the storm. As a matter of fact, let's get that instead of me talking about it. All right. In Matthew, I said in Matthew, chapter 8, verse 24, and behold, there arose a great tempest in the sea, insomuch that the ship was covered in the waves with the waves, but he was asleep. And his disciples came to him and awoke him, saying, Lord, save us, we perish. And he said unto them, Why are ye fearful, O ye of little faith? Once again, that's the key word. That's a key thing here, being faith, where we have to have more faith in order to be able to do these same things that Yahawashi did. As a matter of fact, before I forget, because I know I'm going to forget, let me get this.
China, and as we all know, many of the things, especially saying something like fast fashion, which is a huge
Let's first continue this back in Matthew chapter 8, verse 26. And he said unto them, Why are ye so fearful, O ye of little faith? Then he arose and rebuked the winds and the seas, and there was a great calm. So yeah, basically Yahawashi, there was a terrible storm, and Yahawashi just said, get away, storm, whatever, and then the storm just left. Okay, it was literally that simple for him. And now let's go back over here, okay, because you just heard about a crazy thing about Yahawashi verbally rebuking the winds and the winds stopping. All right, let's get this. John chapter 14, verse 12. Verily, verily, I say unto you, he that believeth on me, the works that I do, shall he do also, and greater works than these shall he do, because I go on to my Father. So basically, Yahawashi was basically saying that you saw all these amazing things that I was doing. All right, well, you can expect to do even the exact same thing, as well as even greater works. All right, so we will be able to do even greater things than what Yahawashi did in his time living here. All right, and basically that Yahawashi, they're not liars. So obviously this is something that we know for a fact and we look forward to. All right, so now let's get this finally to end it off. Proverbs chapter 12, verse 21. Slacky, there shall no evil happen to the just, but the wicked shall be filled with mischief. So to end it off, if you have faith, if you are doing the best you can to serve Yahawashi, then you should know that nothing bad is going to happen to you if you aren't deserving of it. Because obviously there's going to be some people that did some wicked, and that's the thing that the Lord doesn't just. Well, not always, okay, depends on the circumstances. Sometimes when you repent, the Lord might forgive you of your sins, but at the same time, there are some instances where the Lord does make you have to go through and, suffer for it, either to build you up or just in general, that whatever you did, even though you repented, you still have to pay for it. All right, so with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. I want to give all honor, glory, and praise unto Yahawadah, SHAMAIWAN, double honors to the elders and apostles, the great millstone of Bible Ball, and Shalom.